Hey, welcome back, subscribers. It's Johnny, looking for another coin that I want to hold for a year or so, or a couple years, not just make a quick profit and dump something in something else. This AMB coin, this Ambrosus coin, caught my attention, and I got requested by a couple of people saying, "Hey, you really need to check this out," and I should have checked it out a while ago because it just went. As I scroll down, you'll see it's had a really good bull run so far, which I'm kicking myself that now I'm in a position where I need to wait for a correction, whether this goes to $3 and then corrects back to $2.50 or to $1, wherever that may be. I'm waiting for it to hit the top so that it moves again, and it looks like it has a little bit because it made it all the way to 163 and it's currently at 151. But you can see this is a fairly new coin. So back in October it was 22 cents, and now it's $1.50. That's roughly 7 times or so that it's gone up. It's outside of the top 100, which I like trying to find new coins. It's fairly new. It's within 6 months. That's another one. The market cap is 200 million, which I would have liked to try to get this in when it was under 100, but beggars can't be choosers, right? And the total supply is very intriguing too, that it's only 361 million. I wonder where they came up with that exact number, but that's not that much coins. And what's most intriguing about this coin is what it's set out to do as far as the food industry. So without further ado, let's take a look. So trusted quality food and medicine, combining high-tech sensors, blockchain protocol, and smart contracts. So it's based off the Ethereum network. So it's a token. So what they've set out to do is make a protocol and a platform where everything is gone through certain sectors, where it can use smart contracts to say, hey, this food has got pesticide in it. Hey, this one's tampered with. Hey, this one's okay. And so by the time it gets to us, we don't have these massive, everyone gets sick, and then somebody has to recall the peanut butter because everyone got sick because something was contaminated in it. This is trying to prevent that from happening. That's a 1,000-foot view. That was very simplistic, I know, but that's the best analogy that works for me, that understands this. And for me, that's huge, because when we get medicine, especially third world countries, you don't know if it's laced with something else or if it's a placebo pill. You want to make sure that what you're actually paying for is going to cure your kid or cure yourself, or if it's something that you need for a medical condition, you want to make sure that you're taking the ample dosage, and it is what it says it is. Because there's so much that goes around. Same thing with the food industry. People can label smack organic on top of it, and it's got all sorts of preservatives and everything on top of it. So it's not really, what's the right word? It's not really an organic form, but they can label it that. So they make it. The biggest thing that I see now is no sugar. There's no sugar. And then when you go look at the label, yeah, it says 0 grams of sugar, but then underneath it says, oh, this has got 37 grams of sugar alcohol. So they can use that market manipulation on you to go, oh, this is better for me because I don't have any sugar. That crap, it bugs me. So anyway, let's overview. Yeah, basically I went over the overview. Functionality, they're using sensors, heating and temperature to make sure things, because we've heard of the BPA in water when it's on a big truck, when it can cause cancer, basically. That's why you never leave your water bottles in a car, because when it heats up, that plastic releases bad chemicals for you, and then if it cools back down and you're like, oh, this is safe to drink, it's technically more than likely you'll be okay, but the long run, long extreme doses, it's gonna mess somebody up. But who's to say that that water bottle that you had when you bought it at the store wasn't on some truck from where point A to point B that wasn't refrigerated or so on and so forth, so it got just as hot, if not hotter, but it cooled down by the time it was put in the refrigerator at the store. You don't know that. This is why this is so intriguing. And they use secure data storage just like the cloud, developer tools, and it's based off their native token, Amber, to help trace products through the entire value chain, linking information gathered to records around the batch. Let's go to their team. So this Angel Versetti, he's the CEO. Another great thing that I like seeing is when people post their LinkedIn accounts. You know, it makes it more reputable that, okay, this guy is in fact who he says he is. He is the CEO and co-founder of Ambrosus. Consultant project need investments in emerging technologies. Was brand ambassador for Bloomberg Institute, marketing trainee in medicine at Google. Like, this is all gives me a warm fuzzy, you know, where nobody's hiding behind a curtain. That's another thing that I like seeing when I'm looking to invest in a project. And yes, the price is high. I wish I would have gotten in here. But there's no telling, because of how we've seen coins all the time. When it comes back, it finds resistance, and as we can see, you know, here's a little bit of resistance, then it goes up, and then boom, hits its lower high, and then boom, hits off that lower high again, and then you can see hits its resistance here again, and then boom, and then hits the resistance again. So there's no telling where this coin is going to go. This is definitely a buy and hold, especially if you're thinking about buying it right now when it's high. You're in it for the long term, basically. And what's nice is what they're out to set to do. So let's look at their Twitter. So 8,000 followers. They're doing projects to help with food worldwide, which also is reputable. And then where's their white paper? White paper. And it is a good read if you guys want to take the time. I'm just going to skip to some of the topics that I enjoyed, that I found for me to why I'm looking into investing in this. So for food products, can go further and define various levels of quality in particular product. Example, low, mid, high, premium, and quality. So it'll go through the smart contracts, and this one got really hot. This is mid product. This one, medium. Boom, this one is perfect. This is high. And, you know, they can always use the technology to move everything out as far as really measure what's actually in the product. And let's keep going here. So then they've done their initial market test and the auditory auditing. And one of them, this was interesting too, that the food industry is dogged by regular scandals, the largest being the egg scandal in Europe, where consumers suffered from fraudulent practices involving fresh eggs contaminated by pesticides. Mishandling and fraudulent processes are almost always eventually discovered. Yeah, when there's a big epidemic, people get sick, something gets released, everyone has the flu, who knows? But by the time they are brought to the public's attention, the damage is done. Consumers have already bought and likely consumed the product, leading to potential health issues, loss of confidence. Like, this is huge for anybody that has to stay away from dairy or gluten-free, you know, and then come to find out their stuff was mixed with products that were made on the same line as dairy products. Like, that would be horrible. But it happens all the time. So then here's a demo of what their market will potentially look like. And fish is always one of those things, because for me, I live in the middle of the United States, so fish, you're kind of going, where do I get this? Because I live nowhere near an ocean. So let's just see what they have on here right now. So salmon, I love salmon. More details. No details. Well, this is their beta anyway. Atlantic salmon. No details. All right, let's go orders. I didn't buy anything. Profile. This is demo, so you can change your account with mock money. Create quality requirements. Quality standards. So this is nice that you can create standards so that you know what exactly it is that you're buying. Create an offer. So there's not a lot here, but it's interesting that they give you a glimpse of what it could use. And there's so much going on with the internet right now. I know King Soopers is now doing it. Amazon just bought out Whole Foods. Walmart needs to get on with, I think they already have, when people are delivering groceries. Because people, they don't want to go out there and deal with all that. So this is huge. I'm intrigued about it. I like it. I think I am still going to. I'm going to put it on my watch list for right now and see where this coin goes and look for a good time to buy in. Just try not to be so emotional about it. Sticking to my strategies because they've helped me in the past. Yes, I'm not perfect. I have made mistakes, and I'm not dealing with millions and millions of dollars, but this is my portfolio that I've built, and I'm very proud of what I've built. So therefore, I want to make sure that I hodl the things that I want to hodl and make sure that I take the appropriate actions when I see something that comes up, and I'm not in a spot where I'm instantly FOMOing into this. From what I've read, I want to FOMO into this. I really want to FOMO into this. But I do notice everything is, we had one day of red, and then boom, everything is back up here. The only thing that I was super pumped about was Tron was down, but everything else was up. So, and Rail Blocks, did it just get released onto Binance? I thought I was reading something on Twitter that it did. Kucoin. I think this might be getting released on Binance here pretty soon. So, beside the point. Ambrosus. Let me know what you guys think. I like what it set out to do. I like its vision. I do think that there is who knows if they're doing it the best way. There always seems to be, when somebody has a great idea, things always come up in 3s or 2s. As soon as a big space movie comes out, well, there's 2 space movies, and they both say they're #1 in America and whatever. So there's a lot of marketing that going on. I do like this coin. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
And now I know my heart is a gold.